Hey everyone, welcome back. Today we're looking at Lucid. Lucid board member on EV competition. We're not targeting Tesla. That's what Lucid has to say. They're simply not targeting Tesla. So I'm trying to make more sense of this. If Lucid isn't targeting Tesla, who exactly are they targeting? So let's take a look at this article that we've got here. A Lucid insider says the EV market is big enough for the money-losing upstarts and profitable heavyweight such as Tesla. And we've got a quote from former Dow Jones CEO and current Lucid board member Andrew Liveris told Yahoo Finance, and I quote, "We're not deliberately targeting Tesla." Interesting. So who exactly are they targeting? That's the correct question. Liveris, who is author of the new book Leading Through Disruption, says the company is more focused on delivering more of its luxurious EV sedans and bringing an SUV to the market. As well as most of you know, the SUV in which they refer to is the Lucid Dream, and that's supposed to be a big, luxurious, family-size SUV. Now, Liveris went on to say, "I'd like to think that there's enough total availability market for all of us as internal combustion engine fades away. The EV market will continue to be big and explode. You've just got to scale and get the cash flow to work." Well, I'm glad they're talking about scaling the business, and I'm glad they're talking about keeping cash flow under control. Cash flow, good management, these things are rare. If managed properly, a company that is managed properly can do exceedingly well, especially one that has a great branding such as Lucid. And Lucid, of course, can continue to grow their reputation in this area. Something to keep in mind about Lucid is that they are delivering low volumes of EVs right now. So it's going to be a long time before Lucid becomes a profitable company. In fact, this year, I think they'll be delivering less than 10,000 vehicles in total. So it's going to be a very long time before this company becomes profitable. But even when this company does become profitable, let's say 100 or 200,000 vehicles per year, which is a long way away. In fact, I'd say 5+ years away. What can Lucid do in the meantime to develop a substantial income growth? Well, companies that usually focus on one primary thing, such as Apple with the iPhone, it's usually because the iPhone will be the obvious best-selling product, and it is. But for some company, that's not always the strategy. For some company, you might think they provide one service, but in fact, they provide multiple other services that actually make real money, such as Amazon. You think Amazon is just the online website that you can buy products from. Actually, one of the most profitable areas of Amazon, if not the most profitable area, is the cloud business, the one that no one talks about, the one that most people don't even know exists. Amazon AWS, the cloud business of Amazon, is by far the most profitable. And they intend on growing that. And other companies such as Google, they also intend on growing that. Other companies such as Microsoft, they intend on growing theirs as well. And providing cloud services to big corporations is becoming a bigger business all the time. But what I'm basically trying to say is, you think Amazon sells digital products or just physical products, but actuality, where they really make their money, it is from AWS and other services. Another one, Starbucks. You think Starbucks is a coffee shop, they sell coffee, but in actuality, one of their biggest business is the secret bank that they own, which is how they're allowed to use about $1 billion to $2 billion and invest that money just like a normal bank and make great return without paying any interest to their customers. Starbucks has a rewards program, and anyone who goes to Starbucks and signs up to this rewards program gets the app. You can deposit money into your digital wallet, and it's just easier to use at Starbucks because you know you're going to be there regularly anyway. But while that money sits there, Starbucks is secretly using that money to invest and make more money without your acknowledgement and without any interest. It's completely genius, but that's the point. These businesses, they can be focused on one particular thing, but that doesn't have to be the main money maker. I do think Lucid is perhaps entering into a similar direction. What Lucid does have is great IP, intellectual property. They seem to be really good at building a great car. Luxurious, fast, reliable, long range. Imagine what they can do with that technology if they put it into other vehicle platforms, if they've developed other platforms for company, if they sell the batteries that they can produce, build chassis for company, design vehicles for company, basically become the next Stellantis or the next Volkswagen. So Lucid has to think of ways to leverage their technology. Perhaps they can create other brands. Perhaps they can create industrial vehicles, electrical industrial vehicles that are so much needed, such as delivery trucks like the Tesla Semi, taxi vehicles. The list goes on, and they don't have to be under the Lucid brand. Lucid can create a new brand, and it's basically the same technology as a Lucid, just not as luxurious. So that's a way Lucid could leverage their position in this incredible space. They've got great IP, they've got great innovation, and they could use that to drive revenue by creating additional brands. And while that might sound kind of insane, they haven't really built the main Lucid brand yet. Why create additional brand? Simply put, because there might be other additional brand that could provide faster revenue for Lucid. Because right now, the luxurious vehicles, even the SUV, is going to take some time before that becomes profitable. But when that eventuality does become a reality, is Lucid just going to be a company with 2 models, 4 models, 5 models? Why wouldn't they want to have semi-trucks as well? Why wouldn't they want to have taxis under a different brand name, just same technology? Why wouldn't they want to have delivery vehicles like Rivian? Rivian is providing delivery vehicles. When you think of many of these companies that are going electric, Tesla being the main one, they're trying to provide other products, not just one. They're providing a semi-truck. They're providing at least 5 different models of vehicles you can buy. They're providing a Cybertruck. They're building a robot. They're thinking of many different ways how they can make money. Not just by selling the Model 3 or the Model Y. No. And Lucid is in a similar position where they need to think of other ways they can make money. Simply relying on their Lucid Air and the Lucid Dream is not going to be enough. It's not going to be enough. So I want to see Lucid take the initiative to show that they can pivot and invest in other areas. While this might be difficult, I think they need to find a way to find the funding to invest in other areas. If they have to, buy another company. Arrival is a cheap company right now. They make delivery vehicles. They need a lot of help. They basically have their own technology, but they lack funding. Lucid is being invested by the Saudi investment group. It's basically a country fund to invest in different innovative areas. They can invest in so much more to do with Lucid. They can invest in lithium factories, lithium refineries. That's something that Tesla is bringing online quite soon. That's what I mean. Tesla is thinking of so many different things. Tesla is not thinking 1 dimension or 2 dimensional. They're thinking 4, 5, 6 dimension of differentiating themselves in multitudes of different levels, just like Apple. They're not just thinking about selling one product. They're thinking about selling as many as they can, giving you a product for every area in your life. That's what Apple does. That's what Tesla is trying to do, and it works. Now, this article goes on to say that the EV market is in fact growing quickly, but consumers have yet to ditch Tesla and fully embrace Lucid sleek automotives. And that tends to make a lot of sense. I mean, right now, for a lot of people, Tesla is the better option. What about the charging stations? In fact, Lucid is one of the companies that are saying strongly they're not adapting the Tesla charging standard. Lucid recently introduced Apple CarPlay. But also for a lot of people, these vehicles are extremely expensive. $90K, for the Lucid Air. For Tesla Model 3, it's like $40K, $35 with EV subsidiaries. For the Model Y, it's probably around $45K, $50K area, maybe $55K. Could go up to $60, depending on what you get. But far more affordable compared to a Lucid Air. And I think Lucid, for some reason, they failed to see this. And I don't think that is that they failed to see it. They clearly see it. It's just that they already said they're not trying to compete against Tesla. But then I ask a question. What are you trying to do? If you're not trying to compete with Tesla, who are you competing with? So the company is pacing well of making its target of 10,000 vehicles this year. That'd be pretty good. I mean, it's not incredible, it's not great, but it'd be good. It's better than nothing. It's better than nothing given how expensive these vehicles are as well. Imagine if Lucid had a Model Y or a Model 3 competitor, preferably a Model Y. For some reason, the Model Ys are selling incredibly well. It's the best-selling vehicle right now. It's the best-selling vehicle in Q1 of this year, I believe. And if I'm being completely honest, Lucid has taken a little bit of a fall back opening day. I think around Monday it was just a bit stable, but today, Tuesday, it around where it is right now, around $7.27. But still, it's roughly around 16 billion in the market cap. So that's still too overvalued for me to buy right now, in my opinion. I don't even know if I have Lucid share. I think I might have one share, but I certainly wouldn't buy a lot of Lucid share because 16 billion, 10,000 vehicles a year. The most valuable thing for Lucid right now, it's probably their infrastructure that they're trying to build out. And of course their IP, but apart from that, their delivery numbers are not good enough for me for them to be valued at $16 billion. Anyway, that is it for this video. Thank you for watching. Subscribe to see more. Leave a comment and I'll see you in our next video. Peace.